Hey everybody, welcome back to Ryan Makes Sense, where we talk about personal finance, investing, and chart analysis. Today we're actually looking at Big Lots. They have earnings here in about an hour. I wanted to get this video out. It was a viewer requested video. Typically I say no, but I actually went and looked at the stock right after that comment, and I knew I had to make a freaking video on this because holy cow, I'm going to show you. So we're looking at the daily chart right now. And the first thing I want to look at, what I've learned over the past 2 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever years, gap ups and gap downs. If we're like earlier this week, I did a video on ticker symbol SE. There was a gap up that needed to be filled. The stock jumped 10% at the very beginning of the day and it filled that gap and then it retreated back down and slowly recovered around 51, 52, but the gap fill was at 58. I looked for potential gaps on Big Lots, and you know what? If this stock were to ever have its comeback moment, there is a gap to fill, and it is at right here. You see how there's a gap from 53.31 to 54.33? There's a gap there. Now, I'm not saying the stock could go up there. I'm not insinuating that at all. But I'm saying if the stock were to recover and have years of consolidation and it made its way up, that would probably be a target. However, we're at $5. So looking at the daily chart, I'm filming this on Tuesday night. So the first pattern I do see on the daily is essentially it looks like a bull flag where we have our flagpole here. Let's see if I can make it thick. So that's our flagpole, and here's our flag. I don't like these charting tools. So basically, what happens is you get a rise up and then some down consolidation and then possibly a move up. So on the daily chart, I am seeing a potential bullish sign, meaning that there could be upward price action. But if you know me, you know I love to look at the bigger picture and then work my way down. The first thing I notice is the stock went from around $70 down to $5. And also just noting, if we're just taking notes here, we're going to chalk this up to if the stock were to recover eventually, we would want to just note this down in that section. So I don't know if you guys, I love looking at deep pattern recognition. So essentially looking at the most further out time frame, looking for patterns. So do you notice how we have a similar bubble here? It comes up and then it goes down, little spike, retreat. We have the same thing here. Spike, goes down, comes up, little retreat, and goes back down. So we see this action inside of this. Here's the peak to consolidation. If history were to repeat itself, which it often rhymes, we have our peak and consolidation. So that's all I'm saying. If this stock were to become, I don't want to say a staple, if this stock were to recover, that's what we have to look forward to. Looking at the bigger picture here, the strength is at pretty much low, meaning you're going to need a lot of gunpowder to get this thing to shoot up. But the good thing about that is there is not much of a supply, and what of the supply is remaining, 25% of it is being shorted. That is dangerous. The momentum, honestly, look at it. You can see this black line, which is our, let me see if I can edit this. I can't. This black line is our green. This red line is our red line. So this green line, positive momentum, has curled up above the red, meaning this could be ready for a move up. So that goes up in the bull's favor. Money flow looks like it's kind of flat. It's at the same level it was back in 2019-ish, 2011, 2012-ish. So nothing that, excuse me, nothing that's showing like a straight up. Then we can see the relative momentum index. This thing is really scraping the bottom of the barrel, really getting that sediment. You can really just see that it's just right at the bottom. So right here, if you were someone who likes to take a position on stocks that may have a good future, I think this is a good speculative play. Not as speculative as crypto, but it is a good speculative play if earnings today are okay. So one thing I do want to call out here, they did have a dividend and they got rid of it, which is perfect. They need to save that extra cash for themselves. I also want to call out this quick ratio here. Essentially what that means is if Big Lots were to close their doors tomorrow, would they be able to pay off any debts, loans, notes, etc.? They would not. Anything over a 1 is what we want to see. Big Lots being a 0.15, meaning that means it is very, very leveraged, which also explains why 25, oh, my head's in the way. I'm so sorry. I don't know how long it's been in the way like that. You guys should have said something. Okay, sorry about that. The stock is being shorted 25%. That is extremely, extremely dangerous because there's only 27 million shares available with 25% of it being gone. So I just want to do some math for you really quick. 27.22 million shares with 0.25 missing. So 27.222 minus, what was it? Minus 6.0805. 20 million shares outstanding. And the stock is at $5. $5. Let's just round it up to 6. You're asking why am I rounding it to 6? I'm being conservative, optimistically conservative. So 20 million shares available at $6 a share. If someone comes in with $100 million tomorrow and drops it on the ask and just buys, it's going to be a bloodbath for the shorts. It is going to be an extremely green day for Big Lots. It is super risky. So there's a few things I do want to check because this one does really get me excited. I do want to see is it 25% short interest as of the last time FinViz updated their data, or have the shorts come back to reality and covered right before earnings? Because that is extremely, extremely risky to do. So how do I just get out of here? Okay. February 15th, that was the last time they reported on this. 25%. There has to be a more up-to-date. There's a more up-to-date. Let's see, short squeeze. I think the NASDAQ as well has good. I'm only doing this because I want to, I just want to see who's lost their dang minds if it's the shorts. Okay, so where's the short? %, still 25.35%. I'm gonna have to go back and just check when that's updated. So what I'm gonna do here is just click on a stock, and then I'm just gonna change out the ticker and the URL. So BIG. All right, so Big Lots, short interest 6.9 million shares, 25.35%, 25.35%. And Finviz has 25.35%. So that is a dangerous game to freaking play. If Big Lots comes and I just left you right there. If Big Lots reports a beat, oh my gosh. So what am I'm trying to find this is what I'm trying to find. If Big Lots beats, that is huge. And who is Maureen B? And I want to see what her track record is of being on boards, because if she's turned some stocks around, that's something to note. Okay. All right, we're going to let this load for a second. Are these the two same? No, they're not. Why are they this? So this Zacks.com is definitely... I bet Zacks is shorting, and you know what? We'll go and look at the hedge fund institution ownership and see if they are shorting. Okay, Maureen B. Short. So she served as the CFO of Upbound Group, formerly known as Rent-A-Center, from 2016 to 2022. Oh my gosh, she held strategic planning and finance positions at Blockbuster. Crazy. Okay. So Maureen Short, I feel okay about her. All right. I kind of went off on a tangent because I'm so interested in how this is going to play out. We're going to go ahead and run my calculation to see what the possible stock price could be for Big Lots. So what I do is I take the market cap, income, sales, cash, debt, divide that by the shares float. Think of it as, you and your friend own a lemonade stand. You guys have 100 shares in the company. You guys made $100 a year. You guys have 100 shares. Think of those shares being $1, but you got to include debt. You got to include cash. You got to include guidance, all that stuff. So that's kind of the premise. And this calculation is based off of when I actually worked at a microcap company. We had financial regulators come in to price the stock. Every $100 million in sales equal to $1 in stock. So Big Lots makes in sales $4,830 million right there, but they lose. They're not profitable. $463,630,000. All right, and I'm not including it. I only include the market cap if the market cap is over 1 billion. When it gets over 1 billion, that's when you start to see hedge funds, institutions, etc., start to affect the stock price. We've got a very low market cap here. That does concern me to the downside. There's not much institutional interest based off of what I'm seeing here, but we're going to go through this and we're going to actually see what institutions and hedge funds have. Okay, I keep just getting distracted. Okay, so now we're going to look at, let's just take a look here. So they spend $3,129,000,000 to make $4,832,000,000. I'll take that type of math every day. Looks like they were profitable up until 2023, but I believe they did add some stores and that is going to eat at their bottom line. So keep that in mind. You guys probably know more about the stock than I do. This is how I just scan to find stocks I'm interested in. So, okay, they have $44,730,000 in cash. Okay. Total debt, not that much debt. -2, but their liabilities are so big. Let me just look at FactSet data really quick. I'm going to go with the FactSet. just because they have the same cash here, and also I want to include their long-term debt. So minus 1,817,380,000. Okay. Fine. And just looking, total assets is 3.6 billion, total liabilities 2.9 billion. Honestly, for a company that's growing as much as they are, that's not bad. There are banks, there are insurance companies, there are restaurants, software companies that have worse asset to liability ratios. So I will take this. I do prefer a 2-to-1 or 10-to-1 assets dwarfing liabilities, but I do like this. I do also really quickly, I want to go back and it's going to be up here. I'm sorry. Gross margins 32. So they're growing like a high growth company. So just keep that in mind. So we have our calculation here, and we're going to divide this by 27,220,000 shares. So the stock, $95. Has it ever gone to 95? No, it's gone to 73. So that's decent. That's decent. And also, just I want to note, if Big Lots is addressing their, so there's a few upsides for today. Number one, a beat on the EPS. So what we want to see here is we want to see this start to not have negative 7.3, have something better. So -5, -4, -3. Something that shows there's a turnaround. So beating on the EPS, beating on the revenue, tackling their debt, strengthening their balance sheet, that is going to go a long way. And what we can see here, this is great. This company is not diluting retail shareholders. This is good. I would say 20 to 30% of companies I've looked at this week, last week, and recently, 20 to 30% of the companies are adding extra supply. So, and then sales, I mean, they're bringing in 5 bill, 5 bill, 6 bill, 6 bill, 5 bill. That's really good. Now my big question, I just want to actually go down to insiders. The CEO purchased 247,000 shares. I'm sorry, $247,000 worth, which I don't think is a lot, honestly, for a CEO. I feel like these types of buys are more of vanity metrics, meaning, oh, look, we have positive insider buys, no sales. Look at us. That's kind of the vibe I get with this level of value. So I'm just noting that's my opinion. And then Fintel, this is going to be our medulla oblongata. So Finviz shows that institutions own 76.8% of this stock. This website I'm going to show you shows us up-to-date filings as of yesterday and today, possibly, of if institutions are buying or selling. So we're going to see if Vanguard, BlackRock are loading the boat or dumping the ship. So institutions own 76.82 as of old data. New data shows that they own 73%. So institutions actually got rid of 3 extra percent. Let's take a peek. Vanguard added a little bit to their position. It looks like they added about 57,000 shares. BlackRock added about 37,000 shares. Liechtenstein Lendbank added 2.2 million shares. And that was earlier this year. And then last year, 91 UK sold out of their position, but that was last year. So let's see what the latest activity is because I'm interested. Bright House Funds Trust added to their position. Vanguard added. Russell 2000 added 129 shares. Vanguard added. Russell 2000 added. SLAX added 29,000 shares, new position. Added to their position. Russell 2000 strategy sold 12%. Vanguard added. JAFVX added to their position. I'm seeing a lot of ads so far. Added to their position, new position. Let's just look for bigger buys or sells here. Teachers' retirement of the state of Kentucky, they sold out. I wonder if the teachers of Kentucky are going to be pissed if earnings go up. Virtu Finance started a position, 51,000 shares. BRSIX added 95,000 shares February 23rd. Small position. Ooh, Scion Asset Management added 225,000 shares. Barclays added, a put. Barclays has looks like a $9 million put. But do they have a hedge? They don't. Barclays is super bearish on this stock. A bunch of ads here on Valentine's Day. What a cute little present to shareholders, I guess. Two Sigma, you can see they have 36,000 shares put, and then they have 31,000 shares call. This goes to show this company, Two Sigma, nobody knows which way this stock is going to go. It's either going to go up big or down big. Either way, Two Sigma right here is going to be protected because one of their positions is going to go either up while the other one goes down and vice versa. So that's really funny that we see that. And then we also see D.E. Shaw. So people are really just, look, Group 1 trading put. They have 257,000 shares put, 304,000 shares call, meaning the call is bullish. They think the stock is going to go up. Put is bearish. They think the stock is going to go down. That is insane. Like, this is the most indecisive bet of invest. Look at this. Walleye Capital, 69,000 shares to the downside, 102,000 to the upside. Look at right here, Citadel. What the? This is crazy. Susquehanna, look at this. Put, call. This is insane. So I like, even the people who have millions and billions of dollars, they have no idea what's going to happen. All I gotta say, if the company, maybe they've released some type of, oh yeah, Zacks. We're gonna see if Zacks has a position. No, at least not on this page. Let's see. No, I can't see their position. Okay. So that's that if all those $1 billion, $1 million hedge funds have no idea which way it's going to go. Yeah, I think if history repeats itself, we might see some spikes here and there. I mean, if it does go up, I think it's going to be an elongated, more of a consolidation period where it may go up or down, but I think it'll consolidate quite a bit in the long run, and then it could repeat the same stair process. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. I don't have a position. I don't think I would take a position until there was clear signs of profitability. Right now, they don't have profitability. They are negative profit. So again, I want to see some balance sheet discipline. I want to see some balance sheet strength. I want to see efficiencies. I want to see better insider buys. I want to see them chomp away at this debt, and I want to see this quick ratio get closer to 1. That's when this can really become a player. But Loop Capital has this stock at a $1 price target. Do they have a position? No. Who's at Loop Capital? I don't know. That's a rabbit hole. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Big Lots. The smartest people on Wall Street have no idea which way it's going to go. They have put and call options. I think if you're on the sidelines, you can wait a little bit longer on the sidelines. We could see a big short squeeze just because 1/4 of the outstanding supply is being shorted. Again, someone just comes with 100 million and just slaps the ask. It could get crazy, but again, we want stability. We don't want to be chasing money. We don't want to put ourselves in risky positions. So I would wait this one out. I would definitely wait this one out. If you guys made it this far, consider hitting the subscribe, consider hitting the like. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have a great day.